for the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Happy Thursday to everyone, and let's get it. Let me see how all systems go. You guys know the drill. We look good here, everything seems like it's working. And let's start off here with the calendar. As always, see what we got going on for today in terms of news. It's going to be Thursday here, so what do we have? We have GBP construction PMI at 12:30 here. A little bit of news, you know, it can give slight impact here, especially with drastic numbers, but I wouldn't expect anything crazy. Roughly around maybe like a 30 pip candle or something, you know, if anything. What else do we have? We have Euro news a little bit later on, then unemployment claims, which is going to be important. And then of course tomorrow's the big day, NFP day here. Looking at unemployment rate here, if it's going to be ticking up or not, right? So based on yesterday, we might see, I do expect unemployment rate to tick up, which does support gold going up. Now if we do come back with same numbers, then that's going to support basically gold also continuing down from this price level. But with numbers yesterday, I'm kind of thinking that either numbers come back the same or slightly lower, but we'll speak about that tomorrow, and we'll have a look at what's going on. So unemployment claims today as well, also giving more insight into NFP on Friday. So if we go ahead and look at the charts here, we can go ahead and do the analysis, top-down analysis. So if we start from daily time frame here, see what's going on the daily. So obviously daily now closing very strong bullish here. Now we have closed below this daily previous daily resistance support actually here. So that's the only, you know, thing that would make me feel a little bit uncomfortable to see straight continuation as we close below this area here. Would be better if we were to close above. That would give me more confidence of upside making sense. Now for me to see upside continuation, we need to break the highs. Every time we respect highs, more likelihood of us continuing the opposite direction. So that's the first thing here. Now moving down to the 4 hour, 4 hours created some form of consolidation here. We have a lot of 4 hour resistance. We have 4 hour resistance up here, up here. I'm going to bring back drawings, make sure I have that. Yeah, you can just mark that as a 15. Here's another 4 hour, 500 as well as a watch zone where we're at right now. And then we have the yellow line as well being a 4 hour resistance. So we're kind of chopping at the moment. It's not really giving us a lot of information. After yesterday's big push we had during London session, we basically just ranged for the rest of the day here. And I would consider this still inside of a range. We tried to break down here in Asian session. Did get the close below, did get some continuation. Out of interest, how big was that continuation? Yeah, not bad. 30 pip continuation, but now that's been eaten up and we're back towards the upside now. Trying to stay within this range. So preferably I'd like to leave this range. This is a very choppy range inside of here. We can see price likes to chop around, not clean at all. Look at the difference between these type of supports and where we are right now. So we need to be careful in this range. A lot of fake outs can happen, a lot of moves back down to go back up. So that's what we have to be careful with. So if we bring back drawings, the cleanest place to be looking for buys is actually going to be with something closing above the range here. If we can actually leave this range here, will be ideal to get up at least to this watch zone here and then see what's up. So 11 pips to that watch zone, and this is really just a watch zone here. Can be moved a little bit higher, something like that. And that's about it for that. Now buying inside of the range is a little bit tough here. It's a little bit tough without a 1 hour close, I would say. Even here, there's so many resistances, so many barriers above. You know, you're trying to battle with a lot of stuff here. How big to here? This is like 5-6 pips, and then another. You know, I'd prefer, if I'm gonna buy inside the range, I want to buy from the bottom of the range, not in the middle. So you know the age-old rule: never diddle in the middle, which is kind of what's gonna apply here, because that's where your least probability of trades are gonna come. Now it can still play out, but again, it's gonna be very low probability because we're in the middle of the range, and it's where you notice the most inconsistency. You'll get stuff like this where price will break the high, wick up, you're like, okay, this looks great, boom, reject, you're stopped out, and it just becomes a mess, right? So the next thing here to look at is going to be gold as well. So that's about GJ. For sells today to make sense, we really need to leave the bottom of the range here, to be honest, for sells to make sense. I don't think, because again, I'll be looking for bounces from here to even buy. So I don't think selling here is going to also make sense here. It's a tough spot on GJ at the moment. Definitely chopping about, you know, so we just need some more price action to develop and see what's going on. So if we go ahead and look at gold here, gold pushed up beautifully yesterday, quite late actually. What time did this move come here? This came at Asian session, this big move here. Asian session move. We don't normally see Asian move here. I'm interested to see if there was any news that might have come out. I think it's Bank of Canada, maybe a bit of news to do with that. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting to see it move at 5 a.m. So obviously we had a big push up here, continuing from the bullish bias that we had coming from the bottom of the range back to the top. And we were discussing this yesterday in NY session with the guys, saying that, you know, sells don't make sense because every time we come back down to the bottom of the range, we come to the top. When we come to the top, we come to the bottom. Now the difference is we broke out finally. So now we're in this trading zone here. So obviously has been a very decent move here. Price looking like it wants to chill out a little bit here. How much have we pushed since yesterday New York session? We've had a push here of about 280 pips, so pretty decent move. This impulsive moves are not normally a good thing for us, as impulsive moves normally like to have followed by some sort of consolidation of structure or pullbacks to continue. So that's what I normally notice after impulsive moves. If you just go back and randomly test impulsive moves, impulsive move, we retrace this one. Oop. Look at this. Impulsive move, retrace, then consolidation, then this. You see, it's always followed. Impulsive move, consolidation, expansion. Impulsive move, form of consolidation. This is a trending move. Again, impulsive move, consolidation. You get my point here, right? Impulsive moves, consolidation. You get my point. So what I'm trying to say is that don't be trying to jump in on this. If you were in this, you had to be in this from Asian, right? That's the only way to get in, and probably you're taking setup 2. So I do expect some form of consolidation here to form before trying maybe for some further upside here. Could even start to retrace some of this move after this consolidation is formed. but we need to go and do the analysis and see where we are. So looking at daily time frame, obviously daily is trying to break up here. We have a very small bottom wick, but still counts as a bottom wick. This is maybe like a watch zone here. This can be like a watch zone. This is the same type of zone we have on GJ, to be honest, which is like a previous daily resistance. And then let's move down to 4 hours, see what we got going on in 4 hours. Yeah, same sort of resistance here in 4 hour. So this could be an important zone, and we're still reacting off it in recent times. Here we reacted a little bit earlier. This is our range we just broke out of. This can go, this can go. Let's see. This can go. So let's see what 1 hour is saying. Above that looks clean. We do have 1 hour resistance right here. This should be the same as 15 and 30. Yeah. We do have a small little 15-minute resistance here. See this range. So we have a bit of a range here. About 36 pip range, not bad, not bad. So what I would like to see is I'd like to see liquidity grab first and then close above that range to try to fill some of this range here. Especially a 30-minute closing above would be good, you know, to continue above that. But we want to see some sort of liquidity grab. Remember, we've had a very impulsive move. If you were around at the charts trading this move here, you'd be like, okay, move is done. So we have to consider we need price to create price action for the next session. So now we're moving into London. London can even retrace this if it wants, right? We could come back down to these levels, retest these levels, and that's where your better buys are going to come. Your better buys are going to come from where? Down here, right? That's where your better buys are going to come. Now, for counter trend buys today, previous 4 hours did close bullish. Previous daily is closing bullish here. We're full bullish bias session here. What I would have to see for counter trend is I would have to see price break this structure here and give me, even if it's a strong break like this, I need to see some sort of 5-minute resistance and then sell into that 5-minute resistance, right? So after the 5-minute resistance form, I can sell just to avoid getting stuck in a fake out. Fake outs can happen, you know, especially like this. We could see this, everyone, and if it was to break, you could see a fake out. We could see the same sort of thing come down, everyone sells, fake out, and then we end up going towards the upside. But if we get the resistance, it's going to give me confidence that fake out won't happen and I won't get caught in a fake out. So yeah, that's how it's going to work for that. You know, and with it being NFP tomorrow, we might see a little bit of confusion in price here, where price just tries to create liquidity from the downside, create liquidity from the upside. That's normally what we see happen a lot. Just kind of put the market in a bit of shambles before news comes here, especially that we have news back to back. That normally happens. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening, but at the moment we need a little bit more price action on both pairs, right? That's what we need. We need to see a little bit more structure formed than what's going on here. Price on GJ now has closed just above 500 here. So just about closing above 500. We'll see if price wants to make its way to the top of the range or if it wants to get stuck in the middle of the range. Your aggressive buys would be here, but this is too not worth it in my opinion, as you would need stops below the range here for 43 pips, as we could just come back and retest the bottom of the range, no problems, like that, and then continue up. And then you also, your target here, first target being the wick here, is only about 3 pips away, 4 pips away, so you need volume to push through. Yesterday, the day before, we've been seeing volume come in around just before London Open, around 30 minutes before London Open. So that's when we've been seeing the best volume come in. So I'd like to see a setup form around that time to play on that idea, you know. And yeah, that's the analysis. Also, market waiting for the news in the afternoon. Yeah, I think we priced a bit of that news in here with this impulsive move up, as there was no catalyst for this move to happen. So we priced in a bit of that. My question is, it's always 50-50 now. Will we try to retrace some of this news? You know, that's the question here. Will we try to retrace some of this news? You know, that always becomes the question. So that's why to give you the confirmation, you need close below breaking structure, and then you need 5-minute pullbacks. You know, a couple of candles pull back, close at resistance, and then close below. And that's about it. You know? So that's the analysis, guys. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, make sure to do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. 420 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Can get the likes to 200, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate it. You know the drill. Gold move in Asian because of Israeli strike? Yes, if that happened, then that could be definitely a big possibility. GU setup 5? You would want to see a setup 5. Yeah, that would be ideal here. I haven't done analysis though. Previous daily tapped resistance. So targets met on GU. 4 hours closing bearish here. So when targets met and 4 hour closing bearish, that gives you a lot of my losses were actually formed when we have this type of formation here, where prices tap target and the 4 hours closing bearish from target. A lot of my losses are formed by that, as continuation is normally quite hard. So that's why, yeah, setup 5 here, or at least 30-minute forming support would be good. If not, looking for lower high for sells actually can make sense, or sells below this support here will actually make sense. Alright, so if we pull back here and then get below, can look for sells to retest this support and potentially continue. What does pricing in mean? Does it mean they buy so that they can sell by the news better price? No, it just means that the news expectation has already been priced in the market. So if they expect bad news, then people put money in gold. It depends on what news event, of course, but in this case, if they're expecting bad employment numbers, we see people hedge in gold, right? Yo, in just 2 to 3 days, I've improved 30% just watching your videos, and more success to come, man. Very well done, man. Good job for putting in the work. That's a 4 as well on GU? Yeah. Doing the YouTube business because I'm a young and hungry entrepreneur. Let's go. Yeah, how much of you did? 400 of you in here, 100 likes? Oof, lacking. You guys want a giveaway. You guys wrote giveaway in chat, but then you're doing 100 likes. So, no, not gonna work. I plan today to do a Pip Labs giveaway. I'm gonna do 2 giveaways, one in the Discord and one in one on Instagram. Can actually set that up. Yeah, we'll be able to set that up. Yeah, this market positioning here on GJ is not the best, right? Stuck inside this range. It just needs to get out of this range. Trading in this range will make you lose all your profits. We're in the same spot we were yesterday. End of session yesterday we were here. Beginning of session today we're here. By 757, I think 720 is okay. Officially 6 months with Harry, learning so much. Harry, these streams are invaluable. Thanks for that you do. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Glad you like it. This could be the nice liquidity grab we get and then close above here for buys. Now for counter trend sells, I told you how my rules work for counter trend. Lost yesterday's gains on a GJ short this morning. Yeah, don't be too quick to short anything, guys. You need to remove from your head when something goes up, it must come down. That is true, but let price show you that it wants to come down. The markets naturally come down, but if they're trending up long term, then those are just pullbacks, right? So stop trying to short something when it doesn't make sense to do so. Like, be patient. Like, okay, there might be a day where impulsively one candle comes and makes everything short. Like right now, gold could close below in 5 minutes here, and the next candle could rip all the way down to the bottom of the range. Right? But again, that is counter trend. The other times, you're just going to give money back to the market. Are you planning to make a video on setup for this weekend? I'll post it by this weekend, yes. I'll post it. You guys saw Donvo watch Tradesharpe's video yesterday? Yeah, he did watch my video. One of my guys sent me that. One of my guys sent me that. I think he was looking for strategy videos, but he was watching a video not about strategy. He was watching a video about other things. What he says about that? He said I sound familiar. And then he was just watching the video. And then said, I want to see strategy. So then he changed to a strategy video. He was like, tell me something I don't know. Yeah, but he's a trader, right? I mean, he's gonna know this stuff. I'm not trying to cater to him. If I make content to cater to him, no one will watch it because they're not at that level yet. Plus, he wouldn't really benefit from, I don't know, I guess we could just have psychology talks. That's the only thing that at that stage. It helps if you have a poll on YouTube session all the time with the options like give a like to the video, not give a like to the video. It will be a reminder. I don't know if that's like a bit cheesy asking for too much. That's the only reason I didn't. LTA mentioned you in his live stream yesterday during New York session. He's saying you were one of the few who was killing it in live streams. Who's LTA? Well, shout out to him, whoever he is. Oh, Lorenzo. Yeah, he's doing good on New York streams. I see his New York streams. What does LTA stand for? Because I have LTA on my channel, so it must. Hopefully it's not doesn't stand. What does LTA stand for? Not low traffic areas, right? He copied our LTA zone. No, I think LTA is his name, Lorenzo. He does use LTA, low traffic area. No, low traffic area is the what I use. Limitless Academy. Okay, LTA, Limitless Trading Academy. Yeah. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was Lorenzo Trading Academy, but they said it's Limitless Trading Academy. He does call LTA like us. No, some of the guys in the group watch him as well. I saw he trades. He actually trades how I used to trade crypto. He trades using volume profile. He trades using volume profile. The funny thing is that volume profile lines up with structure, you know. It's all very much the same, man. Price action. Did you learn to trade crypto from Jason Casper? No, I learned from Eric Crown. I actually think you and Donvo have similar trading strategies. You guys have talked a lot about it if you link up ever happened. Yeah. Provide your email, get his free strategy. I don't need your email for my strategy, if that's what you're asking. Oh, you'll get his free strategy. Okay. But I don't link up with any other of these traders, speak to them or anything like that, as I don't want them to think that I'm speaking to them to try gain benefit. That's how it is in this industry. Which YouTubers helped you to build this strategy? Damn, it's definitely a combination. So raw price action is coming from crypto. Who else? General videos, man. I can't remember. Just general videos. I didn't pay for a mentorship, like a one-on-one mentorship, that's for sure. Smart money, of course, I was watching random smart money traders. Smart money traders, I just left that. Then I was watching random videos. Then Chris Monty, he was good as well. That's about it, man. Then experimentation, man. I mean, price action, there's not that much to learn. There is, you know, things, but that comes with time. I learned that, like adding liquidity grabs, learning the pair. But realistically, in terms of ranges and stuff, like you learn more from, once you learn the basic fundamentals, you learn more just from watching the charts at that point and adding small bits and pieces. You know, you're just trying to get more profitable. You're trying to get better, lose less, stuff like that. That's mainly what your goal becomes when you start finding a strategy that works, because price action is pretty straightforward here. I mean, some people trade price action, right, in a very simple way. They look for a range, they say buys above the range, sells below the range. That's it. Now that never worked for me, because I would get faked out. Sometimes price would never close above, close below. For some reason, I stopped backtesting because I feel I learn a lot more from live. Is that right? I mean, that your backtesting phase is kind of over. You know, you go hardcore for a while. I was kind of the same. For me, it was a little bit longer because I was also getting statistics on my setups. But when that is all done for you, you know, there's only so much you can do, you know? Like, you know it works. You've seen it work in front of you. The only time you're going to revisit a backtesting software, right, is if you lose confidence or something like that. Mainly that, actually, losing confidence or need a refresher. That's the only critic I have with SMC ICT. I feel like the constant changes add details in such a way that they can make a load of content to sell. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, is that there was always something extra to add, you know? It was not like you have to learn and then develop. I always want to learn and then develop on that. I don't want to be like, oh, now there's this entry model, then there's this new liquidity entry model, then there's this, and then the, you know. So that's what made me. And also, why, like, I can comfortably tell you guys here that I can't prove to you that this is the way that banks trade and they're manipulating orders here. You can't say that that's what the banks are doing. Like, you don't know who's doing that, man. You're nobody to tell me that. Nor am I someone to tell you that as well. That's why I don't believe it. Right? But what we do know is we can analyze the charts. First of all, charts are retail. Just looking at charts are retail. You know, second of all, the only thing they can say is, okay, I've seen this pattern happen again, you know, and obviously grabbing liquidity is real, you know, price does grab liquidity, but we're trading patterns at the end of the day, something that repeats itself on the chart. There's no story behind that. You don't have to make a story. He says he knows it all because he invented it. He got the algos back in the 90s on Wall Street. He is the architect of all. I'll tell you the truth, there's a lot more money in that than him being on the internet for facts. It's facts. You know how much they pay to make those algos? You know, I don't have to tell you, man. You know how much software sells for. Especially when you have a permanent dividend from that. 10% cut of all profits made. So come on. You know? By at this point here, he should, if he has that experience, he should, and in the 80s, he should be making a worldwide broker, like the story of Interactive Brokers. Go watch the story of Interactive Brokers. $1 billion company now. See how the guy came to America with nothing. He started on Wall Street at a dealing desk, and he said there has to be a way that we can do this digitally. And then he created brokers. Interactive Brokers are the ones who really started it, you know. Hey, my man, I used to think of those traders as scams, which are most until I came across your channel. Win made 2K yesterday using price action. Amazing work, man. I was thinking about selling G after his 5 close. Already with a 5 close here. I don't know, man. I won't wait. I would wait for 15, man. Because now you have a rejection wick. So you're selling into a rejection wick that's rejecting this range here. It's a very bad idea. FOMO entry. In my opinion. Because we rejected something. It's not like we're rejecting nothing. You don't have a clean 5-minute LTA like this. Imagine that. Imagine we close below here and we rejected where my mouse is. Not really rejecting too much. Now we're actually rejecting something. Now I don't have any diss about the guy. Like, you know, that's up to him what he wants to do and everything. But all I'm saying is about if he's saying a story about algos and stuff, saying that he created it so he knows all, I'll take that with a grain of salt because I would be in a different business. I don't believe in ICT. He's a bit weird and his ramblings. He went live and lost 5 trades in a row. Look, traders can have bad days, guys. You know, don't judge someone off one day. You know, I think that would, if anything, that's a fault of the plan. Because 5 trades in a row means that, hey, that's a lot to take in a row, right? You risk 2%, that's already 10% down on the day. After 3 trades in a row, whether that's, you know, 3 days in a row, or I don't let myself, you know, I don't let myself lose more than 2 trades in a day. But let's say 3 trades in a row after days, right? It's not, 3 trades in a row is not, is going to be where I take a step back, you know? I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to see, okay, what's going on here? Because I shouldn't be wrong that many times in a row. Because if I'm wrong that many times in a row, then there's something going on. I need to check. That's why I have the rule of 2 trades in a row in the same day. If I lose two trades in a row on the same day, I call it a day, because I'm just wrong today. No matter what I'm doing is going wrong. Because let's say you expect price to go up, right? If you expect price to go up, you take a buy, that buy loses. You take a buy again, it loses. Then you're just wrong for today. Price has not gone up. You know, call it a day. Came across a guy who does live YouTube trading following your exact style setups, even the pairs. I mean, people are I would say, as long as, yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me, to be honest. I don't claim that this is, you know, copyrighted here. It's more of a compliment, if anything. You know, if someone wants to do that themselves, they can, no problem. You know, no problem. But if they start saying that, you know, this is the best strategy and I know blah blah blah, and trying to sell it more, you know, or promote it, then I have a problem, because now they're trying to do something a little bit that doesn't even make sense, because I don't even talk about it like that. So they have to represent it in the way I talk about it. That's the only thing I have. Condition, you could say. Looking for buys on gold? Yeah, we have bullish buys on gold, so buys would make more sense in terms of price action. GJ buy soon. We're still stuck in this range, guys, on GJ. It's a bit tough at the moment. You can see we're rejecting. This is what I was talking about. You know, you take buys breaking the high here, put stop loss, you're stopped. That's exactly what I was talking about. You need wide stop loss here, below the range here, to be able to hold inside of this range. Because look, if you took this buy here, break of high, you got triggered here, went in 2 pip profit, retraced, and then boom, your 16 pip stop loss hit. And remember, that's not a small stop loss. That's 16 pips. Like, at the time, you're thinking that this is fine. You're like, okay, I have a target here of 11 pips, break-even point of like 4 or 5 pips here, and to get to the top of the range is 20 pips. So risk to reward wise, it would make sense. So you're going to take that trade, and this is what people won't notice. Like, watch what price action is doing. Realize that you're avoiding losses, because this is one loss very quick, and one loss like that is going to add up over time. So you tell yourself, okay, look, if I entered here and put stop loss below here, telling myself this is below structure, even if you put it below the previous wick here, 19 pip stop loss, you just stopped out. You just got stopped out. Now you tell yourself, oh, I should have put stop loss here. But how do you know, man? How do you know? Right? So realistically, the only place you can put stop is below the range, because price could even come back down there and still continue up bullish. Now, this is an interesting candle for sure. After we gone and grabbed liquidity, definitely an interesting candle. But we don't have range. That's our problem. Look at yesterday, how much range we have to trade. When we have range, it's very easy. Now, when you start to try trade in these conditions, it becomes extremely tough, because you're really relying on volume, right? We need volume to push through range, especially, and that's why I'm telling you that you need to put stop loss below the range, because if volume doesn't come, you can survive it still. Because if volume doesn't come like this, and we're just seeing price keep pulling back to grab liquidity, your trade is going to sit in drawdown. And if your stop loss is here, which is still a big stop loss, 19 pip stop loss, right? You're still going to get stopped out like you would have just here, right? So you need to run 40 pip stop loss. Now you ask yourself, does it make sense to take that based on risk to reward? I don't know. So then you just tell yourself, you know what? I can just stay outside of this range. Why do I need to trade in the range? I can just wait till price leaves the range and forget about all the bullshit that can happen. Gold counter trend. No, now we need 5 minutes. Since we closed below, now we need the 5-minute structure to form. Not just 5-minute structure inside the range, now we need it to form. This would be your early counter trend sells here on gold, right? Probabilities of this, I can't really tell you, because this is not something I would have tested, because it wouldn't follow my rules. Right? This is not a trade that I would take on a bullish bias here. Now in New York, NYSE, this would be something I try as counter trend, as we can get volume to come through here. But now what I would love to see is us test maybe 2365, reject of 2365, and then close below it to continue sells down. So this would be your aggressive counter trend sells right now. Not something I'm too interested in myself personally. Do you have a 30 close? Still 30 no close below. 1 hour you do have a close below on 1 hour, so that is valid in that sense. So that gives you good probabilities, because you have the 1 hour closing now. Problem is you don't have any 4 hour closing bearish, you don't have any daily candle closing bearish, so that's what you're fighting. And we can fake out anytime, right? This could end up being a fake out right now. But if we get confirmation of structure, so if this pulls back and now rejects, that's what's going to give me more confidence. Maybe even something leaving the wick here will be better. If this just drives down, I don't feel like I've missed anything, because it's not in my plan. Because now if I'm holding this drawdown here, I'm uncomfortable in that drawdown. I'm very uncomfortable in that drawdown, because I don't know the probabilities, right? And now I'm close to stop loss, right? Stop loss above candle high, and now I'm already halfway to stop loss, right? Already holding 12 pips in drawdown. Stop loss here is 22 pips, halfway to stop loss. So that sucks. I'll be like, damn, I don't think that was worth it. And that's what's important to understand about these trades, right? Because if this just flew towards the downside, all of you would sit and be like, why was that not an option? But long term, since you only see these trades once a day, stuff like that, if you look at this, if we replicate this exact scenario over a year and you see it happen 50 times, you'll understand. But guess what? The days that it plays out is the only time that it's going to stick in your head, because if it doesn't play out, you will convince yourself that you wouldn't have taken it. Let's be honest. That's one dangerous thing about backtesting, is when you look at charts, you convince yourself that, yeah, I would have taken that. Oh, I never would have taken that. That's counter trend. But if it played out, you probably said, yeah, I would have taken it. You're going to fool yourself and think that. It's very common. So if this is the time where you see it just dump now, Don't fool yourself and say you would have taken it, because if you would have taken it, you would have been in right now. But how do you feel now in drawdown, right? Are you comfortable with this drawdown? I wouldn't be, because I don't know the probabilities. I'm very comfortable holding drawdown that follows my plan, because long term I know that's good drawdown. It should work. Anyways, give me a second. Just go to it, come back. Do you agree with this on UJ? Do you have bottom wick on your broker? Look, GJ is pushing here top of range now. No bottom wick here, so no way I would have taken it. I took it breaking previous candle high. As a setup 3. Yeah, what's bias though? On 1 hour it looks good, yeah. Full bullish? Yeah, then it makes sense, man. Definitely makes sense. GJ, yes guys, I can see GJ. Can you stop typing GJ in chat? It's really annoying. It's like I'm not looking at it. I can't, if you want to take GJ, you should be in, but this is not my plan. I need bottom wick here. Probably would take a break of this high here, but again, very close point here, but I need bottom wick. Of course I need bottom wick. You guys know that by now. That is one of the rules. It saved us many times, but of course this time you're not going to notice, right? That's how it works. And this can still come back and make bottom wick, huh? Keep that in mind. But look, now we're getting our breakout, right? That's what we said. We want to get above the range here, and it's done it for us. So this is good sign, if anything. Because now maybe we have possibility to start trying to leave the range. Potential thunderstorm. I personally want structure. That's what I'm waiting for here. I want to see, yeah, like this formed here and then the next candle closing below, giving me resolution towards the downside. That's what I'm looking for. Since it's counter trend, right? Hi Harry, can you explain how it's possible during news sometimes the market makes a long wick for less than a second and then changes direction? Technically, how that happens, who can make it? Rush of orders, man. So you see a quick filling of orders before the news, and then it continues in its direction. Yesterday I blown my $500 account on gold. Crazy night. I can't sleep. You should. But whose fault is that? Like, let's be honest. Whose fault is that? Right? You need to have proper risk management. Stop trying to flip $500. Unbelievable. You're happy to waste $500, but you're not willing to pay solutions like $25 for backtesting software or $50 to get proper information so you don't blow $500. It's mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. You know, you have to set yourself up for success, not set yourself up for failure. I want to see this 5-minute candle closing below. That would be my plan here for gold counter trend. This will also be the 30-minute candle close, so I don't have to survive a 30-minute top wick. I'll be in after that. GJ as well trying to close above the range here. I'm gonna warn you if gold closes above bear in 5 minutes. Thanks. Below this wick would be even a better close if we get the close below the wick. Below the key level is always nicer. Yo, not that much I said. Yo, relax. I was saying relax. Said below the wick a little bit, not just fly through the wick. That's the worst. Yeah, I know. But also it can do last minute rejection like this, right? Next 1 minute just flies up, closes back in the range. That's why both ways suck. Birthday today? Nice, man. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you have a good day. All good, man. Enjoy your day, brother. Alright, new 30-minute opening. See, you get fat top wick here. Big boy top wick. What's our target looking like here? 29 pips for 15 pips to the 4 hour. Pretty deep close we got. Use 4 hours B. Yeah, definitely a B zone. You're gonna give it a shot? Yeah, I'm thinking about it here actually. I'm thinking about it. I like the top wick that's being formed here. Yeah, I think I'll give it a shot. Break of low. Just gonna calculate risk here. Want to only go 1% risk on this, so I don't give back if it ends up failing here. Give back yesterday's. Stop will go above 15. Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be. I calculated in my head already. So we can break the lows here. Since this is counter trend, gonna be fast to manage this. There's a 30-minute support where? This is previous, man. Not sure if it will be important. Pretty impulsive move here. Can consider this a news move, right? Yeah, crossed by news. I need top wick on this 5, guys. Wait. I need top wick on this 5. There is a 30-minute support here, guys. I think let's have a look at this. Where is this? Need to plan this out a little bit better. Hopefully Claudio doesn't make me miss my trade here, making me worry about this support. Gonna wait here. I'm waiting here. We need to consider this support. Might have missed this support. I'm not in, guys. I removed it, as you saw. He has a valid point here. This was crossed by news, so we probably need something closing below that. Might have saved me some pips here. Yeah, so we have 30-minute support here, guys. I prefer to wait for something, a 5 getting below that 30-minute support, just so we have nothing blocking us, right? Thanks for that, man. That was very I didn't notice that. That was a good one. That was a good one. What's GJ doing? GJ trying to get up here, top of the range. 8 minutes till this candle closes here. 30-minute, did it close above? No, 30-minute didn't close above yet. Yeah, we need something closing above. There's no pullbacks on 5 minutes, so that's worrisome. I really would prefer, I prefer to see pullback on 5 minute. New to the live streams, are you guys entering with same position size on all trades? No, I adjust my lot size depending on the trade. That's why you have to calculate stop loss. But stop loss is always calculated before, right? We might get our structure here. See if gold as well might able to close below now. Let's see, 2 minutes. Might even be a sneaky 1 minute entry here. Now breaking low is okay. I just missed it. I was looking for sneaky 1 minute entry. I just missed it because I wasn't too sure about it, to be honest. This whole 30-minute support's fucked me up here bad. This whole thing's messed me up a little bit on my analysis here. So I'm not jumping in anything too fast, as I'm not sure now. So I need to wait. Could get a 5-minute wick fill here with it closing below if we get a top wick. Let's see. Maybe I should have stuck original plan and held the drawdown, because it's not a major one, right? We would have just held some drawdown, but stops was okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit here. We are playing a little bit funny business. I'm looking at price action here, lower time frame. I'm not liking it. Look at this. Look at this, how we're bouncing here back and forwards. I'm not liking this price action. It's a lot of fishiness going on here. Remember, this is a counter trend, so we need to be extremely careful here. I think if I took the first trade, no matter where I took it, I would have been break even on this trade. Even 1 minute's hard to go break even on 1 minute. Yeah, I probably would have been in a bit of a loss now. Where would TP be at? There's no trade yet, so I don't know where TP would be. TP would be 1-to-1 for now, since this is a news move, so we don't know how much of the move it can retrace. But at the moment, we're still respecting this zone here. And 5 minute is acting a bit fishy. Five minute is acting fishy, so I'm being patient here. I'm being patient here. Didn't even tap, straight rejected 30-minute support. It got below, you got 10 pips below, so at least you get mental break even here. But no, this is why I didn't want to enter after that 5. I was watching it very carefully. Imagine I ripped it on the 5 close below here. That's it, done. You're in big trouble. Counter trend, right? It can reject anywhere, right? This now can fake out back in the range. We could be looking for buys. Now the good thing is, if this closes bullish here, then any candle closing below here, sells will make sense. So sells will be below here. Any YouTube business? Yeah, if you guys enjoying the stream, leave a like. We're avoiding losses today, which is good. Always nice to avoid losses. Being patient, and that's what I mean. If price just drove there, I accept I missed the move, but being patient here saves me from this, right? Saves me from this potential pullbacks here. We got carried a little bit. We noticed, you know, there was this 30-minute support, and this move here was done by an impulsive move here, so we need to be careful of the levels behind it, especially with bullish bias, right? What about GJ in 2 minutes? We have no 5-minute pullbacks, right? We have no 5-minute pullbacks. straight candles, candles getting smaller and weaker. You're due for a pullback soon. We'll see how it closes, of course, and then we make a decision based on that. But I'm not liking it so far. Five-minute pullback overrated? Well, you have to get your close above first. So anyways, you'll need your close above. We need some for SL, yeah. I mean, now, right now, if you took a break of this high, your SL is going here, big boy 32 pip SL. You know? And realistically, your max target should be next resistance, maybe here. So it makes it tough. Yeah, price is closing below here, but above the most recent. Give me a sec, I really do need to take this call here. 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. Cloud really save a fat SL, yeah, that 30-minute support is no joke. No joke, especially with bullish bias, you know? This is what we're scared about with bullish bias. Bias plays true, so it can reject anywhere else. So yeah, it's good. GJ, look at how GJ respected this perfectly here. Candles getting weaker. 2 rejection candles, that's showing you weakness here in the move. Now we're starting to reject here. So this is good. I would love to see this candle actually ideally close bearish and next one close above. That would be better. That would be better for me. Then we can get the continuation. As for gold here, seeing what gold is doing at the moment, it's being interesting as well. It seems like it's forming that range, you know? Remember I said it likes to grab liquidity upside, downside, mess a few people up and form that range. If we do get 5-minute resistance, that could be also interesting, because 15-minute candle did respect this support. So if we come back, retest this resistance, and then create 5-minute resistance, that could be like an aggressive entry here that I could give a shot. 10 minutes for the 1 hour. We'll see. We shall see. 1 hour close on GJ is going to be interesting as well. How's 1 hour looking? Yeah, 1 hour does need to close above. I really want to see this 15-minute do some BS here and come like fat bottom wick here, you know, mess up a few people and then get above. If it can do that, then I can look for buys. Are you going to go full margin today, or should we come back tomorrow? That depends on the market. If it's going to set up for me today, I'll take a trade. Not full margining my trades, but you know, I will follow my plan. I will follow my plan. Same as yesterday, right? When we took the GJ buys, same thing. Followed my plan, but the setup came. Very simple. Very, very simple. So if I'm not going to have something that follows my plan, then I have no business in the market today. And it's as simple as that, because that's my job, right? That's my job, to follow my plan. Anyways, I also want to set up a giveaway, guys. So I'm going to set up here. We're going to do a Pip Labs giveaway in the Discord, and another giveaway is going to be on my Instagram story. So I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to do 1 month of Pip Labs. Right, backtesting software. All right, so you're gonna get, what are they winning? 1 month of Pip Labs. Gonna change it. Okay. What time will it be in 20 minutes here? $7:15. That'll be about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna publish this in the Discord, guys. So, yeah, this is in the Discord. If you're in the Tradesharpe exclusive Discord, good luck. Good luck. Good luck in giveaways. You can join, and yeah, good luck to you guys. I'm also gonna do another giveaway now on my Instagram for Pip Labs as well. So that's my 2 gifts for you today, right? Is those 2 giveaways. I'm gonna put on my story. Gonna put that on my story now. See how we can make someone to join. There we go. All right. Do you look at JPY currency index? No, I don't look at JPY currency index. All right, giveaways are out. Also giveaway on my story. Make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can participate in that giveaway. Good luck. Hopefully you guys, one of you guys will get access to the tool and you guys will be able to win. I told you guys I would, oops. There you go. I can't react to it. Yeah, you just drag the slider, man. Just click on my story and drag the slider. So I hope someone who gets Pip Labs here is going to use that backtesting software, simulation software wisely. And this is the thing, we don't give away BS to create hype. We give away actual useful tool for members, right? We give useful tools for members. So hopefully people are going to be able to utilize that tool to their advantage. That is always my hope. Right, 4 minutes for the hour close here. We have made a bit of decent wick finally. Some 5-minute structure coming in at least. So I like that we do have that. 30-minute close will be coming in here. And the 15-minute close will be coming in here. And the 1 hour is going to be coming in. Can't accept, just try copy paste it in your browser. Instead of clicking it, copy paste it in your browser. Is the JPY currency index irrelevant for analysis? Yeah, because if you can analyze the pair, that's all you need, right? I mean, if you're doing super high time frame analysis, it could help, but otherwise, no. How's gold doing? All right, starting to show some weakness here on gold. 1 hour time frame looking like, yeah, at this point you have to wait for the 1 hour close. Two minutes for the 1 hour close here. Let's see how we close. We need to close above the range here. Very important. Very important to close above the range. We need big bottom wick. Yeah, we prefer to see a decent bottom wick here, right? We do want that. I'm just trying to figure out where stops would be good. I think we just run the tight stops here. We really don't have much to protect our trade. It's more expecting volume. Yeah, you just have to expect volume here. So it's a little bit more riskier, right? It just has to respect 5-minute structure, which normally doesn't really happen. So we'll just, if volume doesn't come in, I'm going to be aggressive with it and then just get out of it. 50 seconds for GJ to close here. Let's see how we end up closing. Needed to close above. If this closes like this, it's not looking good. We need a strong close where my mouse is. "16 seconds to give a close here. Let's see what happens." Up. It's not looking good on the close here. I don't know how much I trust that close, guys. That's a very sketchy close. 30-minute does make sense here, but it's just above. Just above. 5 minutes just above as well. Yeah, but we have small stops, so we have to be careful. Maybe we can look for a 1 minute candle close above the range to give us that more confirmation, right? 1 minute candle closing above the range can give us extra confirmation here. Let's see if we can get that. So if this next 1 minute candle closes above the range, that's where I might give it a shot, because that'll give me more confirmation on this weak candle closes here, right? We have very weak candle closes. So I don't want this to break the high, flip, and then I get stuck. You see what I mean? Full risk or half? Go about, yesterday was, if we look at percentage wise, was around 2%. This I'll go 1. So I wouldn't say it's fully half risk, but slightly reduced for me. I'm not, basically if I lose, I'm not losing yesterday's full trade. I'll be break even for the month. Yeah, that's why I said I want to close above, right? So if I get a 1 minute close above, at least then I have that confirmation. If 1 minute then ends up closing back in the range, I can just get out quick. Well, you expect the volume to come in when it breaks high, right? Just based off 1 hour. But we're trying to get away with smaller stops here, you know? Like anything with this trade here is going to be super quick management. Like you want to be, guys, you want to be fast here. You want to be fast. Even if you're losing 1-2 pips here, it's worth the shot though. It's worth the shot for 1-2 pips. Even if you're losing that, you know? Below structure, right? 15 structure. So 15 wick setup 1 style, right? If you study the setup 1, it would be below the setup 1 style. So below 15. Below 15. Might get the 1 minute close here. Let's see. Next candle makes a bottom wick here. If we close above on 1 minute. Okay, that's sketchy. That closed at on my broker. How's your guys' brokers looking? Actually, 1 minute till the 5 minute close, guys. 1 minute till the 5 minute close. 1 minute till the 5 minute close. 43 seconds. Gonna wait for that 5 minute. Yeah, we never broke highs as well. Still respecting highs. No entries. Still respecting highs. Rejecting a yet it again. And yeah. Sketchy rejections, yeah. But this break of high keeping us safe. This happened yesterday, if you remember. We came very close to the high. Respected the highs yesterday. We did that multiple times and then we broke it. Yeah, then we got set up 3, exactly. So look, we came perfectly at the highs. How 5 minute candle close here? Yeah, that's a weak 5 minute candle close. Not trusting that at the moment. I need a strong 5 minute candle close outside of that range for me to see continuation here. Close weak bearish? Yeah, it's not really ideal. We need something closing strong. Because now we're just having back-to-back weak candles. The only way you can take this now is if you take it based on the 1 hour. But I'm not running 1 hour stops here. It's too big for me. It's too big for it to make sense. 46 pips. I think you could get away here with 33 pips, but that's the only way now. Otherwise, we need some sort of more information to run tight stops. So I rather, because it's all relative, right? Let's say this thing just keeps pushing here today. If it keeps pushing, your stops are going to be big anyways to be able to get in now without the extra confirmation. How long till this 5 closes? 3 minutes. One minute close still valid. At this point, since the 5 close weak, if you take the 1 minute close, then that's 100% low risk. But I think we will be better off with a 5 close. I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. If you're new to the stream, be sure to leave a subscribe. You guys know the drill, so you can show up to future streams. Currently waiting here to see if we can get a setup on GJ. And where today is a super educational day of how many setups we potentially missed to take losses. If we FOMO'd in any one of these, and how important it is to do proper markup. Like Claudio mentioned the 30-minute, if we FOMO'd in that, didn't go aggressively, that's a loss. If we entered early, again on the, remember we were talking about those GJ buys, if we entered early on the, imagine this, you would have entered on these GJ buys, close above here, got stopped out just to see this thing rip. That would have been extremely depressing. Right? But look at this rejecting. We might get the 15-minute pullback that we wanted here actually. Give me a sec, go to it, come back. this is a win day in terms of rules saving our asses, right? Never broke high, saved our ass. Don't trade in range, saved our ass from a loss down here. Gold is ranging, right? That's what now it's starting to form that range, right? It's starting to form that range that we talked about earlier on that can happen after impulsive move, right? Impulsive move, we see range form. Love to see that. Gives confidence in your strategy for a rookie. Yeah, it's nice because imagine how many losses you would have taken, right? If you took, okay, this 15 closed above, I'm taking buy break of high, boom, loss. Okay, let me try gold. I did wrong markup, right? I forgot to mark the 30-minute support. Boom, failed, right? Then you're like, unless you went to aggressive break even. Then you would be on GJ here without waiting for break of high, without waiting for strong close. You would have said, okay, I'm taking it on the flip. You would have got in on the flip, seen 2-3 pips, boom. Now almost at SL. You know, like that's a win. That's a win to sit here and see every single thing not continue in your favor, because it shows that your rules are staying true. Now, the probabilities should change once the rules get triggered. All right, how many people are in the giveaway here? 120, 120. 120 people in the giveaway. You think trading was easier back in the early 2000s? Yeah, it definitely was easier, but you had to have a $100,000 account to even think about trading. Like there was no small brokerage and stuff like that. And the only reason trading was easier back then is that there was less information. There was it's harder and easier because I think we've had an over saturation of information, and there's, you know, in terms of manipulation and stuff, back in 2000s, markets were quite wild west. I mean, GJ back in the 2000s, if you were trading GJ in 2000, you're a degenerate gambler, bro. They would look at you strangely. They say, this guy's strange. What the fuck is he doing trading GBP JPY? Can we buy gold? For me, buys are going to come back above the range here. Unless I see this close bearish and then next one close above. How big is that range? It's about 23 pips. That's still viable here. But remember, 1 hour is still closing bearish. We have a 1 hour resistance here. 1 hour resistance here as well. It's just a very tough zone. You know, it's a very tough spot in the market. You have a 30-minute resistance here. If anything, if this creates a setup, 2 downside can even make sense here, you know? Seeing what happening with GU. Guys are talking about in chat. 30-minute here. Yeah, this is where I told you trading at target with 4-hour bearish, very hard. Very hard. Most of my inconsistencies came from this spot in the market. That's why I prefer setup 5s from down here. A lot more confirmation. Still makes sense on GU? It does, but I'm just personally saying what happened to me, right? Is every time I trade when daily target is met and 4 hours closing bearish from daily target, that's where most of my losses personally came. Like the setup is valid, but when I notice, just something I noticed in my own trading is that when I'm taking losses is when daily target is met and 4 hours closing bearish from that. You know? By all means, it can happen with just less probability here. You know? Sir Harry, we have not traded for the past 2 hours. What are we doing? Thank God. Ogdogu. Is that how you spell your name? Odogu. Well, go and thank God that in the last 2 hours, we have not lost money. Right? Be grateful for that. Be grateful for the information that has been presented here on stream. And if that doesn't satisfy you, you're always welcome to leave stream. Yes, you are right, sir. Okay, you're not that bad. Now you're agreeing. Okay, so you have an open mind. So at the end of the day, we're waiting for our setup, man. On a serious note, because you respectfully came back with a good answer, we are waiting for our setup so that we have a high probability to win. Right? That's what we want. We want a high probability to win. I don't want to lose. And even when we have high probability to win, we can still lose. And that's trading. That's why trading sucks sometimes. All right, Mr. No Bottom Wick here. Mr. No Bottom Wick, what are you saying, Mr. GJ No Bottom Wick? If this just does it here, no. Oh, it has a nipple wick. Okay, it has a nipple wick. Ah. 5 minute close above, I'm interested, half risk. 5 minute close above, I'm interested, half risk. Because we'll have like a setup 3. It's not the cleanest setup 3, but with this volume I'm seeing coming in now, and how many times prices fail to close above here, the time that it does close above, I expect there to be a good push. Breaking the high here, oof, that's very aggressive here, but that might be the only way to get in at the moment. Stop loss would be same original stop loss. High break, yeah, that's just not my style for today. A high break here, as the 15, sorry, actually did close back inside the range. So I feel the high break here is hyper aggressive. 1 minute, did we get 1 minute close above? No, even 1 minute close above we didn't get here. I feel high break is very aggressive. The only other way I can get in now in aggressive entry is 1 minute retest. 1 minute retest is the only other way I can get in now. That's the only way. If 1 minute comes back, creates support, then I can get in. Otherwise, with this high break here, in hindsight, it looks good, but realistically, with this candle closing back in the range, I can't tell you that I'm too comfortable with the high break. If this candle closed doji, like here, yeah, then we have setup 3, we can do that. But this is not a setup 3 per the rules, right? This is a fake setup 3, which is why we want the 5 minute close here, which can still happen here in 2 minutes, right? That can still happen here in 2 minutes. So we'll have to see in 2 minutes here, as we have 2 minutes for this candle to close. If it taps that resistance, then it's done, man. Push is done. Nothing you can do. Didn't miss anything, didn't follow your plan. That resistance is your break even. Last 40 seconds here. Hopefully it can chill. Come on, chill. We needed to chill last 40 seconds here. Last 10 seconds here. We need small bottom wick and then breaking the high. I'm gonna go half. Half on this one here because it's a pretty aggressive entry here. Break even gonna be at that spot here. Using volume to my advantage here. See if we can get the bottom wick here. No bottom wick on my broker, and that is gonna, if we don't make a bottom wick, then I'm done here. Not gonna have a trade. Not gonna have a trade for myself. Right, here's the bottom wick. So if we can re-break this high here, gonna give us a shot at half risk. Stop loss below the 5-minute structure here. Let's see. See if we can re-break the high. All right, re-breaking the high here. Come on. Yeah, that's me triggered there. That got me triggered actually. When that flipped back up there, that got me triggered. So I actually got triggered on this. At half risk, like I said. So half risk shot here. Break-even point gonna be that resistance. Close break-even point, but I'm gonna try use volume to my advantage here. Shit, what happened to my screen? Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Everything crashed for 1 minute. Aggressive shot here, gonna be aggressive with management here, not letting this, even though this is half risk, I'm gonna be aggressive with management though. Even though half risk, gonna be aggressive with management. We kind of wanted to see this push immediately here. I was struggling here a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust stop loss to below here, as I think if we break that, we're done. So now I only take a 6 pip loss. So really reducing my risk here. 5 minute I would have expected to push here. I don't like the way this is 5 minute is closing. It's a bit weak here. So I'm gonna be very cautious with this trade. Very, very, very cautious here. Now, once we break this high here, we should not need to come back once we break this high. Price should just be able to push here once we break the high. There we go. So once we break this high, yeah, we should get a push. Gonna move to break even here. If it comes back break even, that's me out. I close the trade, guys. I close the trade. I don't trust that. I took myself out at that trade there, exactly as we closed here at entry. We're still at entry. If you haven't had a chance, if you still trust the trade, you can hold it. I don't, because I expected volume to come in straight away. So that's my personal choice here, is I'm closing the trade at entry, right? Personal choice. And that's it for me. I expected volume to come in faster and I made quick decisions, and that's it, I'm done. Right? You had plenty of chance to close at entry, like I said. I made that very clear. So if you followed, that's fine. If you're still holding, then follow your plan. But I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Gave it a shot, but this one, no volume came through, so I'm out of this. I'm out of here when no volume's coming through. Right? I'm not holding this drawdown. We expected this to volume after this strong candle closing. I expected volume to continue. When it doesn't continue, I get out fast. Right? Not letting this take back any profits. If this continues, so be it. That's fine with me, but I don't know that at the moment. It's a bit sketchy, right? If you want to leave your managed stop loss here, that's fine. I'm just managing it like this myself, as I want to be aggressive with it. I mean, if you take at 6 pip stop loss instead of the 15 pip stop loss, it's still managed. Depends on how your month is going. I'm being a bit nitty, right? So yeah, that's the way I've managed my trade here. Simple. Simple, simple. Half risk and close at break even, totally fine here. Right? I don't want to hold any drawdown here. That's why I decided to close at break even. I did warn you guys that this would be a quick management trade. And that's an example of where we have to be quick. And even now with your adjusted stop loss, no, you'd still be in with adjusted stop loss, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Right? I wanted more volume here, kind of like the volume we were getting back here. This is what I was expecting. 1 minute breakout, volume to continue, kind of like this type of volume, all of these type of pushes, not this consolidation. Whenever we see consolidation like this, I don't trust it. I don't trust it and I get out fast. Even if it still plays out, it's not going to play out in a way that I want it to, where I entered, right? Because I'm entering here pretty deep. So that's an example of how I manage a trade personally. So weird how we got great volume yesterday. Today we didn't get the continuation straight away, which is what's making me iffy here. So I'm not giving back anything. Definitely was worth the shot though. I still do think it can slowly make its way up, but I'm not risking that, to be honest. Not comfortable risking that. But both ways I'm gonna learn to see if volume did end up coming back in. I think with original stops here you can hold, but you're going to hold drawdown. So if it does end up holding drawdown, I can get a better entry here. Or I can even get a re-entry here on 15. But now 15 is coming to our break-even zone. Yeah, interesting. So we'll write here all of the notes and everything. What happened with the trade? Did it end up playing out? Did it not? But I don't like these weak candles. Weaker, weaker, weaker. I just closed and it rocketed. It didn't rocket, bro. Come on. You would be back in drawdown now. And now you'd be crying, oh, I should have closed break even. I should have closed break even. And now I'm back in drawdown. You would have been saying that, bro. Come on. Be honest with yourself. Always be honest with yourself at the charts. Right? Always be honest with yourself at the charts. We can see it struggling. 15-minute open now, struggling. Going again to grab liquidity. It's going up. I have no doubt it's going up, but the way it gets towards the upside is the question here, and I want a better entry than buying at these highs here. Buying at these highs here is not a good entry in my opinion. I want a better entry. So if this pulls back now and it continues going up, I'm going to get a better entry. It's as simple as that. If it just flips and goes by itself, it's fine. I've managed risk. I'm avoiding this drawdown now. This drawdown, I'll be like, damn, I should have closed break even. Avoid this bullshit now. If it comes down, make support, say, I can start buying again. Let's see who won the giveaway. Congrats to Pro Plus. I'll be messaging you, giving you access. Actually, you DM me Pro Plus. Please DM me Pro Plus. Gold, what's gold doing? Gold is trying to get towards the downside. Setup 2. Yeah, if that closed a little bit weaker, you would have a nice setup 2 actually. But that's a bit deep close here. It's a bit of a deep close for setup 2. Yeah, now it's rejecting anyways. My first $1,000 in the market. When was my first $1,000 in the market? Is that your question? Precious moments? Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling, I'll tell you that much. But actually, you expect it to be cooler than it actually is. Like, I expected it to be a cooler feeling to make my first 1,000 in the market, but once you make it, you're excited, and then you're like, what's next? You're like, what's next? Anyways, for me guys, price is now not doing anything. Let's see how GJ is doing so far. GJ is now pulling back heavier. This is my point here. So I'm happy that I managed the way. I'm happy with my management, even if this plays out, because this this pullback here I wouldn't be too confident with, especially with my entry being all the way up here, right? And now with my managed stop loss, I would have been very close to hitting my managed stop loss, and I'd have to drag stop loss back to original just in hopes to hold this trade that it ends up playing out here, right? You know, so at least you see how I managed my trade. I do think that this still has the possibility to continue bullish here. Excuse me. Sorry. Next trades would come basically above here. 1 hour candle still active. 30-minute candle also still active here for buys. I think next buys will come above 849. Especially if you get a close above 849, you'll get that continuation. Even now, this candle can come retest here, reject. If this candle closes bullish, you can't even go aggressive again, 0.5 risk on the and put stop loss back at original. Now you have a better entry, and you can look to hold that with structure. Right now your entry is with structure, that's why it's a better entry, right? That's why it becomes a better entry. So we'll see on how that ends up playing. All right, so yeah, overall for me, I'm happy with the decision I made based on my entry. We'll see if this develops more and, you know, ends up being something better. I wonder here in 3 minutes if it's going to be an option here on the break of the 5 to flip this candle here. I just don't like how much empty space there is down here below. I feel like it'll want to go down and grab liquidity from there. And I'm seeing lack of volume. I don't know if you guys are noticing the same, but why aren't we already up there? Like, why aren't we already, we should be through the screen, right? So either it does it now or it's not going to happen. So that's how it's going to be, right? Because I'm seeing a little bit of lack of volume. So I want to be careful with that and not get too excited. Always trying to expect volume coming in. Because both ways I learn here, right? I don't lose, and that's what's important. So I rather learn than lose. That's the always way that I treat things here in the market, is I rather learn than lose. So I get out break even and learn and say, okay, fine, in this situation, what's going to be the best here? Holding original SL, yes, an option here. I already managed risk. Risk was managed 3 times, you know? So, and now if this flips and goes down, you know, I feel even better about my decision. So that's what's the beauty about the market, is that it keeps changing how you feel about your decision, right? When price is up here, you feel like, oh, I made the wrong decision closing. Now price is down here, you said you make the right. So that's why it's best to step back and see what ends up happening. Wait for the next setup and react accordingly. Right, so that's how it's going to be. Anyways, I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Thank you all. Taught me a lot in 3 minutes. Thanks for, no need to donate, man. I appreciate the donation. You know, I appreciate that, brother. But no need to donate. Can keep your money. And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. So I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow on stream. Take care. And hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you all.